Plenty of people, from hikers to anglers to paddlers, turn to Waterloo Region's largest river to escape. The Grand River is where the urban side of our growing region kind of disappears, and you're left alone with the bugs and the fish and the trees. Its best parts are hidden out of sight, but if you're willing to explore them, you won't be disappointed. You can't see the city out here, but you can still hear it rumbling and beeping beyond the trees. Some of the people who come to the Grand to escape include anglers like Norbert Kosis, who comes twice a week to a hidden spot along the river to fish for smallmouth bass. "It's quiet," he told me. "I come here just to relax. The fishing isn't great, but it's close to the city." Grand River splits the region in two and crosses underneath Canada's busiest highway. It begins in the middle of nowhere from a spring in Wareham, Ontario, and becomes a mighty river by the time it rolls into Lake Erie. Once a highway and source of food for the region's First Nations people, the Grand River was a lifeblood that drew both Indigenous and European farmers to the Grand River Valley. It was a source of economic strength that helped power the region's earliest industries and mills. It used to be called the River Oswego, a Mohawk name that means small water flowing into that which is large. Traditionally Ojibwe territory, the Grand River was settled by the Iroquois in the late 1700s. They were given the land by the British for their allegiance during the American Revolution, to replace what they had lost in New York State. Today, while the Grand River still provides drinking water to the communities that live along it, its role has changed. It's still the drain that we dump our wastewater into, but it's the healthiest it's been in decades. Every so often, the river is rearranged by a violent storm or intense flooding that creates new sandbars, wreaks havoc on its banks, and changes the shape of the river. But just as quickly as it changes, the river resettles, finds a new path, and becomes quiet and peaceful again.